boys and girls. It's Miss Pam, and hope you all are having a wonderful day. We are getting ready to have our second lesson with our book, We Make Cookies. So I would like for you to get out your book, and then you will also need a highlighter. You can choose whatever color you want. Miss Pam just happens to have a yellow one on hand. But what we're going to do today is we are going to read through our book together, because I know last time we met, we did a picture walk together and then I read it to you. Today, Miss Pam is going to reread the story, and I would like for you to follow along and read the words that you can. And then after we read through the book once, we are going to highlight some very important words that I would like for you to learn and read. All right, so let's get our books out first and get your magic reading finger ready. And I want you to point to the word we, W-E. All right, are you ready? Here we go. We make cookies. Now, one thing I want to point out to you, boys and girls, is we know we have two people in our story. We have a daddy and his daughter, or I'm assuming it's his daughter. But we have a daddy and his daughter, and when you have two or more people in a story, instead of saying the daddy and daughter make cookies, they're using the word we. So we is who the story is about. All right, boys and girls, I would like for you to open up to page 3. Okay, we're going to read it together. So get your finger ready and put it under the word we. Here we go. We put in some flour. Okay, let's read it again. We put in some flour. Good job. I wish I could hear those beautiful reading voices. Page 4. Okay, put your reading finger under the word we. Here we go. We put in some sugar. Very good. Let's read it one more time. We put in some sugar. All right, page 5. Put your finger under the word we and make sure you track with Miss Pam. Here we go. We put in a little salt. One more time. We put in a little salt. Excellent job, boys and girls. I know that you are following along and using that wonderful reading voice. Page 6, finger under we. Here we go. We put in 2 eggs. Let's read it again. We put in 2 eggs. Page 7. Are you ready? All right, here we go. We put in some milk. Again, we put in some milk. All right, let's turn the page. You should be on page 8. Right down there in the corner, you should see the number 8. Again, have you noticed a pattern that the first 3 words of each sentence are the same? I've noticed that. Here we go. We put in some butter. Again, we put in some butter. Page 9. Now, we can tell just by looking at the sentence that there are some different words. It still starts with the word we, but this time the next word shows what the little girl is doing. What is she doing? That's right, she's mixing. So let's read this sentence together. We mix it up. Again, we mix it up. And on our last page, page 10, this is the only page that's going to start out with a different word. It's not the word we. I bet you can guess what it is. Who is that? That's right, the dad. Dad puts it in the oven. Yum, yum. Hey, let's read that one more time. Dad puts it in the oven. Yum, yum. Good job, boys and girls. All right, now, I would like for you guys to go ahead and get your highlighter out. And we're going to highlight the word that comes at the end of the sentence that tells us the ingredient that the little girl and dad are putting in the bowl. So we're going to learn some new vocabulary words today. All right, let's get our reading finger out. We can put our highlighters down so that we can track. And let's read it together. We put in some what? Do you remember that word? I see it up here. What was that first ingredient? That's right, it's flour. So I want you to pick up your highlighter and I want you to highlight the word flour. It's the last word in the sentence, and since it's written on the box in the picture, I want you to highlight it there as well. That'll help us remember what that word is. Let's say it together. Flour. All right, let's turn over to page 4. Highlighters down. Put your finger under the word we. And let's read this sentence together. We put in some, what do you think that word is? I see it on the box up here. It's really sweet. That's right, it's sugar. So get your highlighter, and I'd like for you to highlight the word sugar, and then I want you to come up here and highlight it again on the box. It may not show up because as well down here because it's written on an orange color, but you could circle it. All right, let's keep going. Highlighters down. Finger under we. And here we go. Now, if you don't, before we read it, if you can't remember the word, you can use the picture clue to help you remember. It's a picture of this. All right, here we go. We put in a little salt. Salt. All right, let's go ahead and highlight the word salt. And I think I'm going to highlight the salt shaker just to remind me that that word salt is at the end of the sentence. The salt shaker will remind me that it is salt, that it's in the salt shaker. All right, boys and girls, let's turn to page 6. Let's put our highlighters down. Page 6. All right, let's take our reading finger and put it under the word we. And again, if you look up at your picture, it'll help you remember what this word is. We call that using picture clues. Here we go. We put in 2, that's right, eggs. Very good. So now pick up your highlighter, highlight the word eggs, and if you want to highlight the picture of the egg, you may go ahead and do that too. I'll give you a little time to catch up. All right, highlighters down. And on page 7, look at your picture. What do you think they're adding in? I bet you guys know this one. Let's read it together. We put in some milk. Milk. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and highlight the word milk. And I also want you to highlight it up here on the milk carton because it's written twice. It's always nice to have it twice to remind you of what the word is. All right, once you finish highlighting, go ahead and put your highlighter down. And I'd like for you to turn to page 8. And let's read page 8. This is our last ingredient. All right, finger under the word we. We put in some, do you remember what that is? Butter. That's exactly right. Butter starts with a B. So go ahead and pick up your highlighter. You can highlight the word butter, and if you want to highlight, just kind of color over this to remind you that it's the same word down here, but it's already written in yellow, so you don't have to highlight if you don't want to. But the word butter is what I would like for you to mark right now. Okay, highlighters down. Let's read page 9. Here we go. We mix it up. Now, is there a word in that sentence that is an ingredient that's in the bowl? No, they have all the ingredients already in the bowl, but the word mix, I think, is a good word that we should highlight because it tells what the little girl is doing. Mix. All right, on page 10, I want you to turn your book to page 10. Highlighters down. And let's read our last sentence, starting with the word what? Dad. Exactly. Here we go. Dad puts it in the, what is that? Do you remember? It's hot and only mommies and daddies or grown-ups can use it. That's right, it's the oven. So pick up your highlighter and I would like for you to highlight the word oven. All right, let's read it one more time. Dad puts it in the oven. Yum, yum. All right, boys and girls, let's turn your book over and put the lid on your highlighter so it doesn't dry out. And that's going to be the end of our lesson today. So we've read through our book twice today, and we spent some time highlighting some special vocabulary words. All of the words that you highlighted today are ingredients that make cookies, except for the word mix and the word oven. Okay, but I still feel like they were important for us to highlight. So tomorrow we'll be doing a different lesson. We'll be using the same book, but we're going to be doing a different lesson. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.